if someone threw that thing and like, first of all, the bounce that thing had, if that smacks someone in the face, you know that's going to be plastered everywhere. And if it didn't hit, if it came from the top, dude, I'm thinking about like if it gets like I just know how things go viral now, and I just know if that thing like even came from like the rafters or bounced and just slapped me right in the face, that would be what I'd be known for life.
Episode 2. Show me something. How are you? What city are you in? Are you still in Seattle?
No, we're on like a 10-day road stretch. And so we played in Dallas, played in Seattle. We got to LA, late, kind of early morning. And then I stayed at the pool all day today. And that's why I'm kind of wearing a hat too, because I got fried. LA gave me everything Indiana didn't or hasn't, and it's sun. So I'm so happy.
Good. Don't be careful though. Wear sunscreen.
I don't. I believe in like baby oil. Are you in New York or where are you at?
I'm in New York. I'm in my freshly moved into apartment that is like not decorated yet, so there's just stuff everywhere. And I feel like this background does it look like the wall is like fully black?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a navy blue. It's called Hail Navy. And it looks cool when the sun comes through. And when it's light during the day, it's really pretty. But right now it's intimidating. It looks like Batman's cave. I think without further ado, I should say you dropped a podcast and then dropped absolute buckets in Seattle, and that might not be a coincidence. You tell me.
I don't think it is. I think you are a part of my life now, and I think that's really great vibes. So it's us.
Talk me through. I mean, we might as well hop right into last night just because it's fresh. You and off. You guys had a big lead for a little bit, almost blew it. But here we are. And it's what? Have you guys won 8 out of 10?
We've won the last 5.
Yeah, but I think you're on an 8 out of 10 streak right now.
Hey.
I don't want to speak for the Indiana Fever, but you're rocking.
Oh, good. No, we really are. Like, we're in a great rhythm. Offensively, we're like killing it. Everyone's kind of in their groove, which is really nice. Everyone knows their roles and they're killing their roles. Defensively, we've been playing pretty good, but we played some like tough teams. Like, these aren't just like wins from teams at the bottom of the pack. Like, it's big wins for us. And plus, winning on the road is hard in general. And so last night was a big win.
So a part of your gauntlet that you've just been slaying was Dallas. And did you ever play UConn in college?
No.
Okay, first look at Paige Bueckers.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
I love her.
Do you have a relationship off the court at all? Or do you just love her as a b-ball player?
No, I think no, I don't really have a relationship with her off the court at all. But I just like love her vibe and her energy. Like, I just think that she is a good freaking human. And she's a great basketball player, but like she really is. She's just like a great teammate, and she's a phenomenal leader. And like I am all for that. I think she's just, and I know a lot of people. She's probably going to get Rookie of the Year, as she should. But I just think like she's taller than I am. We played her 3 times, and the way she just gets to her mid range is just insane. Like her, I don't know. You cut her off, and she just has so much in her.
She's got a bat.
That like no, she legit has a bat.
No, I know.
Literally, but she's fun to play against. Like, we were kind of chatting it up last game, but I like her. She's a hell of a player.
For all this shit talking you do you get some meaningful conversations in there every once in a while?
Dude, of course. Like,
no, I know.
Yeah, no, it's so funny though, because like we played on Friday, and like I'm just gonna break it down. So there's this one play where second half. She like went to the left, and I cut her off, and she did like a step through and like banked it, and we were there, so the whole crowd's like ooh, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's a good move. And we were running back, and she goes, hey, I traveled on that last one. And I was like, no, I thought you did, you know what I mean? But like we were just like talking up or something, and then like I fouled, but it wasn't a foul. They called it, and I told the ref to like challenge it, or our coaches to challenge it, and they're like, I think she was like, yeah, they should challenge that. I was like, I know. It's like, well, they never listened to me.
Do you think you get as light of a whistle as the NBA on traveling?
No, there's nothing like the NBA when it comes to their traveling.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that, but like,
There's nothing like it. I
it's
seen
it's
anything
crazy.
like that. And I've been like, dude, it's comical. Like, I'm just.
You had to think about that for a second, but that's really funny because I knew the answer. I just want to see if you would be
But,
polite.
dude, real quick, before I'm not gonna be polite on that, but in the corner though, like we're talking about and kind of laughing, and I like hit her, and of course, like the internet, and everyone's like, oh, Paige isn't messing with Sophie. She doesn't like her. I was like, dude, we were literally laughing and talking to each other. And I was like, people want us to hate each other so bad. Like, everyone. I'm just like, what is going on? I'm like, it's not like that. So, but she's a hell of a player. Like, I would, and she plays the right way. I would love to play with her at some point in my career, for sure.
What is your career high ever?
Ever, I think, is 42.
Jesus,
But
Sophie.
at Mizzou, though, I was a freshman.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking in the dub.
Oh, 36.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fever or hot right now. Anything special about last night that you like feel like, I don't know, keys to victory? I watched a little tape today. Well, if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I got an IV because I'm flying to Italy tomorrow, and I'm trying to like be health conscious and make sure I'm healthy. I feel like you guys move and you also call me out and I sound like an idiot, but like I feel like you guys move the ball well in the paint, and it's not necessarily you guys, but I was just watching, taking notes today, and
Yeah.
Aaliyah and who's your?
Tosh.
I feel like she's always scoring down low, but she's not that tall.
Well, okay. I love that you just said that. Oh my gosh. So
Am I a freak?
she's like, yeah, she's 6'4", but everyone is so big in our league that she probably doesn't.
I guess next to Aaliyah, she
look
probably
tall.
I feel like she looks smaller, maybe. Okay.
I mean, I'm 6'1", and I'm like kind of small in our league, like
Right.
big for my position, but in our league, definitely small. Which is so funny because it's so funny that you think she's small because when we walk together as a team, we're like a bunch of mammoths. Like, we just get stares. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're some type of athlete. But then, like, when we're around other teams, we feel normal. But out in public, like, our smallest, we all went to dinner last night as a team, and it was so much fun. And our smallest point guard looked tall in, like, the regular crowd. And we're like, what? What is life? This is.
Well, I mean, even if you were to sit on your couch and watch an NBA game, like your brain thinks Steph Curry is like 5'7". You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like, obviously, what is he? 6'3". And it's just funny that so many tall people are together. Your brain, like, it's like mind tricks, and you kind of like. So that's on me for not knowing, obviously, but.
Well, but also, like, that's why it makes it even more funny when, like, there's people in the comments talking about how, like, oh, they suck at basketball, or I could do better. He doesn't need. I'm like, dude, he would fucking cook your ass in a heartbeat. Eyes closed. No dominant hand.
No, that's my biggest weakness. I actually need to get you a card. I went to the McDonald's All America game 2 years ago, and they gave us, they gave us our own like basketball cards, and they said we could put our own bio in the back. And I put scrappy, no left hand, wants to have fun,
Has good hair.
good hair, but it wouldn't look good on a basketball court because I'd get sweaty so fast and it would all be toast. I was kind of blown away the other day before I saw you in New York that you played the night before in goddamn Connecticut.
Dude.
I don't know. I mean, besides baseball, I don't know any other contact sports that like would play back-to-back games, especially on a professional level. It just kind of like blew my mind.
Yeah.
And people are talking about how like injuries are kind of up right now. Obviously, CC out, but like Breanna Stewart's out. And is it Angel's not even playing either right now? Like
Angels.
a lot of big names hurt. Do we? I mean, part of it comes with the sport, but also like I should not be the person being like, hey, WNBA, like maybe let's not do back-to-back games for these young ladies.
Yeah.
But like, holy shit. No wonder people get hurt. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, here's my thing on this. Like, we're always going to have back-to-back games because our season is so short, and they're trying to cram as many games in, which, like, if we're asking to get paid more, then we're going to have to produce more product. So I think you also have to realize what you're asking for, and I'm all for that. But here's the kicker. I think you have to be really smart, especially the older that you get. I think college kids and maybe 2 years out of college, you can do it, but you can't be playing year round anymore. So you have people going overseas still. You have the new league Unrivaled. You have there's so many
Is
other
that
things.
Unrivaled
Bodies.
Is that Sue's?
I'm not.
Or
It's Brianna Stewart and Nafisa's. It's a great idea, but I think people just have to be more aware of you have to give your body some type of break. And because if you're competing at this level and we're gonna have more games, at some point, I mean, we're not 18. Your body's not gonna recover like that.
Do you feel like you're equipped with the training staff and the resources to play back-to-back games regularly, or is there room for you to invest more money into that part of the WNBA?
So I think it's all dependent on what organization you're with, because
I was going to say it's probably team-based,
and some of them are top tier. Indiana is phenomenal. Phoenix was phenomenal. I know a couple other organizations that are really, really good and they really invest in that. But there's other ones that are way far the other way where they don't even have they practice at the YMCA. You know what I mean? They're literally sharing a court with a summer camp going on. So there's just our league is just so extreme.
Wide spectrum of investing.
Yes. And so it's hard. But I do think that people just have to be more aware.
Well, then that's not on the WNBA, then that's on just owners.
Well, I will say though, now that we have charters, which is absolutely amazing, we've needed.
I can believe that
years.
Last year was the first year or was it this year?
Last year.
Holy shit!
But can I tell you something that's kind of a con? There's 2 cons to this. Is because we have charters, we do leave right after the game. And one of my cons is if you're in a fun city, you kind of want to stay and go out. And
I probably that.
Right? But my other con is you are sleeping on a plane. You're getting home, you're getting in your bed at 3:30 or 4 a.m. because no matter what, you're taking off and you're trying to get home, which I get it, but you're also not getting the rest and recovery that you really need. So it's okay, maybe is it smart to maybe stay in the city sometime, or is it smart to not?
But then that money,
I mean, at 4 a.m.
In college, we played games that kicked off at 8 and the games ended at 11:30, and we'd never one time stayed in a hotel after the game because then it's probably money, but it's also just everyone getting, because then football's a little different because every Sunday morning you have recovery and shit and film, and you'd rather do that at home. But they have to pay for a hotel for you that next night. That part's annoying.
Yeah.
But also Caitlin Clark is probably not going to shouldn't be walking through Terminal B. You know what I mean?
Dude.
And meeting the lunch at Chili's. But shout out
jokes love Chili's. I'm all for that. Oh gosh. We should do something at Chili's, dude. Oh.
I have the Chili's.
Start going to restaurants and start doing.
Wait, can I show you something really quick before we go to bed?
Sure. Yeah.
Give me one sec. You'll love this, and I'll get them sent to you.
Okay. I have no idea where this is going. What is going on?
Dude, okay, these are Chili's cowboy boots. Okay, hold on. Look at this. Do you see this stitching? I can't get anything important to focus. They stitch a chili in the bottom of it, and then the whole side of it is full-blown stitching with Chili's.
I would rock those in a heartbeat.
No, they're so fire. Well, I could probably honestly call my Chili's guy and get a pair sometime.
Dude, tell him to say I'll wear those in my tunnel fit with my West little scarf bandana thing and all.
Those are being sent soon.
Send them, baby. I'm ready for it.
Got you. Not to take away from our big win last night. And I'm gonna start referring to Fever games and scores as us. So I hope that cringes you out. Okay, good. So we dropped our first episode last week.
Yes, that's what I want to get into because honestly, great first episode, Wes.
Yeah, actually, you know what we should say before we get too deep into it? We had to cut 10 minutes into the first episode because I was full-blown interview mode. And they're like, West, stop interviewing Sophie like this is a red carpet interview, like you're a freak. And but then as soon as we had that, and I had to get out of like work mode, just because like when a microphone's in my face, I feel like I'd do that. But we
Fine.
got in a groove.
No, we definitely got the groove. And it sounds like I think everyone should know this is our first time podcasting ever. Ever. It's not like we practiced that. Our first episode, that was like our first take. So I think we did pretty good. Like we ruffled some feathers. I think we actually, what I said about Caitlin ruffled a lot of feathers, but a lot of people agree too. Like I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm right.
I think
so.
That might be one of my biggest takeaways is, I mean, obviously I'm just so used to, I guess it's like pop culture trolls and people with opinions and like all the like reality accounts and stuff like that. The WNBA fan base is like very active. Like, I mean, I knew that, but I got to be on that side of it. You know what I mean?
Dude, and they will love you, but they will also beat you down in a.
Of course.
And that's why you just can't care. You just have to be you. You have to be you.
Yep.
And that's why I am.
Have you felt like, at least on social, the amount that people care has significantly grown since like the Caitlin Angel Reese emergent, like from your first 2 years to like the last 2 years? Like you feel like there's a lot more discourse online, or does it feel the same?
No, you know what? To be honest, I think overall, I think that we've always had fans that deeply care and have been there from the very get-go. I just think now we have the platform that not only highlights us as players, but highlights our fan base, highlights our league. And so you're seeing everything that's always been there. So to me, it's no different. Like we've always playing in Phoenix when you have Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, our stadiums were always completely packed because of them. And so now you come here, which is like times a million. But like for me, this is really nothing new.
But I mean, I just was looking at the comments and just a zillion dudes arguing about if Caitlin Clark's the face of the league or who it. That felt like refreshing. I guess I was curious if that type of, and I don't even think it's toxic because to me, when it's sports, it's good. Like it's good for the sport.
Yes,
people arguing who's the best and list like it'll never end. But I just mean seeing so many. Like obviously, I know that everyone's cared about the WNBA for a long time, but seeing like that, just that toxic, like it's like toxic dudes on Twitter being like, it's Caitlin, it's Angel, like that's got to be good, you know?
But that's what I love so much about it though, is like, it's not just women going at it. It's like you have guys,
right.
you have elementary boys, you have high schoolers, college pros, people who are in their 80s, like all ages of men and women caring about it. And I think that is so much fun. Like,
yeah,
it's sports. That's why everyone loves it.
One of the coolest comments we got, I want to tell you, Chase Daniel, for me.
Dude.
That's from, how old would we have been? From like sixth grade, or like fifth grade to like eighth grade. That is my Mizzou. If I think of Mizzou football, it's him.
It's Chase Daniels.
Yeah. Also, there's no S, Sophie. Daniel. You got to lock that in.
I remember. All I remember him as being a hot quarterback.
Yeah, him, Jeremy Memicklin. They were fantastic. But that's like my childhood football, at least for like Mizzou. That's
Dude,
sick.
were we like number one? Like when we were.
Yes. They beat KU at Arrowhead.
Hold on, pause. We got to let people know, though, we all grew up like 5 to 10 minutes away from the University of Missouri. Like, it was in our backyard. And so everyone was always going to the basketball, football, baseball, like whatever it was, we were going to those games. So really, football back in the day, it was like, that was the place to be.
Junior high, Mizzou was remarkable. They were number 4 and KU was number 2. Which also they're playing that game again this year. But they beat KU at Arrowhead and then we're number 1 in the country. And which hasn't happened since.
We hate KU. We hate KU. Like
that'll be fun to talk about this fall when because they're running that game back.
Yes.
That'll be dope.
As they should. Gosh, I
Yeah.
hope that I hate that team. But
Yeah.
dude, I really was looking at some of our comments, and there was a lot. Like a lot of people had a lot to say, which I loved.
Of course.
But someone brought up Rockbridge High School merch, and that was right up your alley, West.
Oh, we'll create a design. We'll make hoodies that like that. We'll send that out so fast. That's my dream. I've already made like. Didn't I have a Rockbridge hockey jersey on the other day?
I think so.
That would be sick. And it's easy, and it doesn't have to like have our like. It doesn't need to have our names or faces. It's just pure Rockbridge
Yes.
High. There was one that said, "This podcast would be great if you would stop interrupting her." I thought I did it. I didn't think I was that bad, but I feel like you say something and it makes me think of one thing, and I jump all over it. But I got to be better at let you rant.
No, I think you're trying. I think when you, well, so can you. And that's what I was gonna say. When you have two squirrel brains trying to do a podcast together, we're gonna be talking over each other. That's just what you're gonna get. So
That's true. Yeah, and our chemistry will
our
get
groove.
better and better. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's lovely. Did anyone in the locker room say anything to you?
Okay, so I like to hype people up. Like, I'm all about empowering other people because I just think that's what we should do as humanity. And so, actually, our podcast came out last week. AB, which is Aaliyah Boston on our team, she had a podcast that came out last week. And then also sitting Coulson, who is like hands down the funniest human you will ever meet in your entire life. They just came out with a podcast. So like my team is freaking rocking on all levels, and I'm just like so proud. So if you haven't gone and like listened to them, you need to go listen to them. Everyone has listened to mine. And they're like, oh gosh, they're like, get your popcorn and get going, because I feel like Sydney's is like way just like funny, and she talks about the W and stuff too, but hers is just like funny stuff. AB's is like more serious and like wholesome and pure, like totally AB. And then everyone just has no idea what's going to come out of my mouth, and neither do I.
Yeah.
And so that's why I love it.
I was gonna say, if anyone's gonna be not surprised though, it's got to be people who are with you every single day.
Oh, 1,000%, because like they know what we talk about in the locker room, and so they're like,
Yeah.
and like I'll protect my teammate and I'll protect all that, but like it's also me. So you never know when I'm going to be feeling a little spicy.
That is quite the truth.
I want to hear about like what did the reality TV world, what did Bravo, what did like people from Summer House have to say about all this?
You know that, I mean, this is like an unoriginal like comment that people say, but when people say my two worlds colliding or whatever,
Literally.
so
I've heard that. So I got so many DMs about that.
I just think of like my sports world and the reality TV world are so like just polar opposites to me that I never like feel the crossover as much as it actually exists.
Someone DM'd me and they're like, you need to get on Winter House. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've never done it. They did 2 or 3 seasons, like 2 or 3. Oh, because season would be over.
Yeah, because Summer House I definitely can't do because the season, but they're like, get on Winter House. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
So that was a show that they did where it was like they took people from like 3 or 4 people from other shows and then put them all in a house in like Colorado or like Vermont or something. And then they would do like what Summer House is, but they would film it all in, I'm pretty sure they filmed it all in like 3 weeks. Just like back to back days. Like it's nuts. And I'm sure you get like cabin fever and it becomes weird. But I would love to do a winter show because like my outfits would be fucking sweet. And
you wouldn't sweat as much.
That's what I'm saying. But if
like,
I've told them, I'm like, if you guys ever get the itch to do that show again, do it in Bozeman, Montana, and we will burn city down in the best way.
That'd be tight.
Cats.
I'd be all
have you been to Bozeman?
That's on my bucket list.
You'd love it.
Okay, but can I just tell you, I always want to go I don't like the cold anymore. So like every time there's like somewhere to go hike or go visit lakes and all that, it's always during my season. So like until I retire, I'm like screwed because like
I see what you're saying.
Been like doing all that, but like we can never do it, and so we can go do it when it's like freezing and snowing. But like no, I want to go to Hawaii when it's freezing and snowing. I don't want to go there.
it is interesting how like the sport you play, whether that's childhood or I don't know, professionally, whatever the season it like I would always be so thankful as a football player in college that I didn't play basketball because you guys we didn't get Thanksgiving, but we got Christmas off and then we get like a good chunk of like summer.
Because you're one season
off.
We're both
Yeah,
seasons.
it's fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you guys you would miss Thanksgiving, Christmas. You essentially get no winter break at all.
Dude, you don't get any break. Like,
yeah. Well, I guess like what?
But no.
Maybe kind of end of spring.
I guess, I mean, we do. We get done in October, and then you don't have to be back if you're not playing elsewhere or playing overseas until like late April. So you do have a good chunk of time, but like everything's cold. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to go to Australia, which is not a good idea.
You could go. You could rip Australia.
Yeah, but no, wait, I really do. I'm curious to know what like your summer house like friends said about it. Were they like, oh gosh, or were they like, are they nervous for you? Are they not knowing what like you're gonna say and stuff? Because I want to know this stuff. Because I know, like, I'm not kidding. Everyone in my locker room, they're like, oh god, like, what is she gonna say next?
They definitely don't know how probably how unfiltered you are. There's a guy named Carl on our show who's like probably the biggest.
Know everyone.
Okay,
Wes, I watched.
So none of
these because of you. Yeah.
So Carl is like a sports guy. Carl knows what's going on. He knows everything about you. And he was like, oh, she's like been super hot like the last few weeks. Like she's blowing up. Like that fight was crazy, whatever. So he was super hype and like giving me a lot of love. And then like Jesse kind of knew just because you met Jesse actually.
Dude, but
wait, I forgot about this.
I met him knowing that he was going to be on the next season of Summer House.
Yes.
And so I also didn't know that he was into toes.
I didn't know either. Everyone's either a toe person or they're not a toe person according to like society. I think we should allow a middle ground for toe people.
No.
Speaking of, oh my god, I want to name drop so bad. But speaking of toes, how was your dinner? How was your dinner?
My dinner?
Were you just with our friend? You sent me a picture.
Oh my gosh! I did not know what you were just saying. No,
he's like one of my first friends who I knew liked feet. Yeah, the craziest thing I heard, it was like if girls come over to like his apartment or whatever, everyone has to like keep their socks on because if toes are out, like he gets hot and bothered. So like socks stay on.
That's not a thing, is it? Please don't.
No, it is. No, there are real toe. Have you ever been DM'd for toes? I've been DM'd for toes.
Dude, I get DM'd for my toes all the time, but I'm just saying, like, if you actually saw my toes, you would not be asking. And when people ask for foot pics, you know so badly that I'm gonna like get one of my guy friends and have them take like a gnarly picture of their feet and then
like hairy and busted. There's a website called celebfootfinder.com. Actually, someone told me.
Why do you know this?
Because I think it was Carl was telling me that like everyone who has like from like a D-list celebrity up, there's a website where people put your feet on there and the people can subscribe and like look at your feet if they pay money.
You know, to each their.
I forget the name. I could probably find it right now.
But that shit's fucking weird. Keep that away from me. That's weird.
Pictures.
There's no way, dude. There's no way.
Wiki Feet, Feet Finder, Feetify, and then there's just Pinterest. So I put pictures website or like database. Yeah,
this isn't right.
You're for sure on there.
Well, I got
show me something. That's what this podcast is named about. It's show me your
feet.
Show me your toes.
Show me your toes. That is so gross. But actually, I forgot to tell you, we were talking about like our first week, what people had to say. Well, the WNBA fined me for
toes. You got fined for episode 1?
Dude, they fined me $1,500. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is just the beginning. I was like, you're kidding.
Oh, way. I'm glad that you saved that for this and didn't text me because that's unreal. I mean, it's like it's cool for the pod, but that's kind of a bummer. Do they when you get fined? Do they put like verbatim like quote here, like this is why you're being fined and this is why it's this much, or is it like, hey, quit talking shit on us, Venmo us like $1,500?
What happens is they they email our GM, and she pulls me aside and she goes, "Come here, Soph, I have to talk to you." And this was in like front of everybody. And I was like, "What did I do now?" And she just smiled and she goes, "Hey, they're gonna fine you again." They're like, I even told them, I even credited them that their job was hard. I did say that, and I said that I would
No,
not
you
be
did.
good at it. I did say that. Like, look at the whole picture. What are we doing? Ugh. But yeah, so I got fined for that. So
If I get lumped in associated with you and then have beef with the front office of the WNBA, that puts me at 2 leagues that I have like outwardly public beef with, because the NHL hates my guts also, which is a
well,
old story.
I'm kind of thinking that the W is starting to have some beef with my comments, but I also have to say that more than 95% of the population who watches the WNBA agrees with me. So,
Without a doubt, we know what we have to talk about this week. Sweeping the interwebs. WNBA dildos. Awesome. Not just dildos, may I add. Like neon green, probably glow in the dark dildo.
Dude, green machine. Green machine.
That's
honestly
electric.
Dude, it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong.
Better response.
It's hilarious. But then I tweeted, like, I was like I was low-key joking, and I think people, like, I was like joking but serious, but like more joking than serious.
I'll defend you in this instance. Like, objectively, that's so dangerous. I've even tripped on a dildo in my own apartment that someone left on the floor. Like, they're not good for ankles, and we all know. So I agree with you.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about my ankles. I was thinking about, like, if someone threw that thing and, like, first of all, the bounce that thing had, if that smacks someone in the face, you know that that's going to be plastered everywhere. And if it didn't hit, like, if it came from the top, I didn't feel good about that. Dude, I'm thinking about, like, if it gets, like, I just know how things go viral now, and I just know if that thing, like, even came from, like, the rafters or bounced and just slapped me right in the face, that would be what I'd be known for life. So I was just trying to protect all of our images. And yeah, break a fucking nose. What the hell?
Yeah. Do we know, if I should know this, but did they find the person who threw it or not?
So there's actually been 3 dildos that have been thrown, which is insane. All green. And I was like, hey, like, this is gonna be a thing. Like,
I saw that they offered
this.
You're not allowed to talk about this, so you probably can't even respond to what I'm going to say. But there were betting lines for the next colored dildo thrown on the court at a WNBA game, and people could like bet on the number. Yeah, and it was like sunset rainbow, like plus like 1,500 or whatever. Yeah, and I guess green is just like the go-to now.
Dude, the funny thing is like, my parents and my sister, they literally text me after or before every single game, like, saying good luck, like, da-da-da, you know? And my mom, I'll send it so everyone can see this, but my mom, she goes, instead of like my good luck text, she goes, "Watch out for flying dildos tonight." And then the other one said, "Did you really just post the dildo tweet? It got some legs." And she goes, "It's funny, a lot of others think so too. Did you see the dildo hit the court?" I was like, I never thought that I'd be talking about this with Mama P.
I'm with my sweet mom. Did you see the response to your tweet that like ratioed you?
No.
So you said stop throwing dildos on the court, we could get hurt, and someone said, "Well, stop playing basketball on the dildo range." Which
That's kind of funny.
My stuff.
That is funny.
Damn, that's crazy. But
the guy who actually did throw it, he did get arrested, and I think he's banned for a year.
A year? He's throwing big, hard, medium, hard objects.
Dude, I want to know how they're getting these in. That's our talks in the locker room. Is like, it's not in their purses.
Okay, so as someone who has snuck booze into multiple professional sporting events,
dude, booze is different than this Big green
But
dildo.
I was gonna say, you put anything in between your legs where it's hot and like there's weird shapes, it doesn't like it's rubber. It's not gonna scan on the like metal detector thing. So if you put it in your pants, like it's free game. I don't even know how they can keep stopping it unless they put out like a bounty for like anyone seen with a dildo in a WNBA arena.
Who just knew that like that would just draw so much attention? I feel like we're
Dude,
all trying
they
to like,
knew. Yeah,
yep,
it's green. Like they knew exactly what I want it to. I want before we move on as a society,
yeah.
and I don't want anyone hurt, but like if someone threw it and it landed on the suction part, like and just like on the floor, could you imagine?
Dude,
Or the backboard, like
time
that
out.
would be crazy.
Everyone's trying to like make sure like the W is like not a joke and it's taken seriously, and then that happens. I'm like, how are we ever gonna get taken seriously if we have freaking
But in a way, pro
sex
sports
toys?
have had like crazy streakers and people doing weird stuff. This is like part of the
1,000%.
course, you know?
Honestly, I'd much rather a dildo than a streaker.
Yeah, and it's like kind of it's cute. Again, as long as everyone's safe, you know. I want everyone to be safe. Okay. You and I haven't talked about actually, and like met in the middle, just like weird. And like the first episode, we were like introing so much stuff that we didn't get to like just talk about like what happened during the week. I feel like the more we go,
Yeah.
like we travel this path, we'll just talk about like weird stuff. First off, shout out Skims. They've sent me briefs before. Love them. Oh yeah, sick. Jesse and I actually have talked about this like 4 times on accident. We're like Skims. They dropped face shapewear that is supposed to like chisel your jawline naturally. So it's sculpting fabric, uh, which I like. I'm not a scientist, so I like will probably have to read more about it. But you wear it, it like wraps around your head. It looks like you just got out of surgery.
Like, do you wear it at
Uh,
night?
I don't like. I'm not entirely sure. I would, if it was Skims, I'm sure they would do it in a way where you're like supposed to wear it to the club. But like this would make sense that you probably wear it at nighttime, from the way it looks. So it's infused with collagen to moisturize and improve skin texture. But then I'm trying to figure out how it makes your jawline cooler.
We like we should get it for next episode and wear it during the
We could do
episode.
And then just in the episode with like Johnny Bravo chins.
That's fine.
Actually, I look bad right now. I feel like.
Do I look like Kim Kardashian?
Honestly, though, can I shout out Kim? This will be yeah, you do.
I love their bras. I have their shapewear. I have their underwear. Skims is like, actually, I'm wearing some right now. Oh my gosh. I would show you, but that's in a popo. What color are yours?
I should have worn them today. I'm coming. I don't even have boxers on right now.
Oh my.
I'm just at home though,
Oh yeah, you're fine. I think that I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum because I think that I need to care more about what I look like. So maybe I should start wearing that.
We can try it. Well, Skims, send 2.
Some too.
Wait, okay, complex sports idea. What can we mic? Has the WNBA been mic'd up yet? Have we done mic'd up?
Yeah. Well, so they
Can we do you?
We've done it, dude. So listen to this. I think last time they were able to use some of my stuff. Every time that I've been mic'd, they're like,
Yeah.
because I'm positive, and I cheer on my teammates, and that's what they use. But they're like,
Yeah.
it's like F, 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 F. And I was like, yeah. But some of it's like good. It's like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, good fucking move. It's not like F you. It's like, fuck yeah, AB, good shit.
NFL does that, and they don't do bleeps because then it's like so obvious. They just like mute the cuss word for like the half second that you can hear it, and then keep it moving. And I feel like people can like it doesn't feel as like NSFW kind of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like if they were to do that to me, that people would probably think I'm a mute because it'd just be like this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a lot of cuss words.
But I just say, mic me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pitch that at a work meeting.
Dude, speaking of that, like a lot of people who are kind of talking about me cussing a lot, and I will get better. Sorry, I know it's not ladylike, but can we also talk about how we gotta? I just want to get into this because it just brought me back to like our fan base. And did you see that when DB came back and played for us, that they got mad that our fan base was booing her?
I don't believe in booing former players unless they left on like some fuck you type shit. Uh, you can chime in, and I know you're gonna. But if someone like put in the work in the years, I don't know. I'm such a like. Come on.
Can I give you this scenario?
Yeah.
And I like DB because like DB was one of my vets when I was in Phoenix, and then we gathered here into Indiana, and like it was kind of a surprise that she was signed to Indiana anyway, and so we'll take her in a heartbeat. Like she's a Hall of Famer, she's a hell of a basketball player, can score from anywhere on the court. But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy. And like I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one, which a lot of people are surprised about. She's towards the end of her career, so like she deserves her flowers. She deserves to be happy. But I also think that if you're going to leave, like you're going to have to expect getting booed. Like
was there explanation when it happened? No. Not even privately. Yeah, I mean, okay. That's tough. And yeah, okay. Well, I did say what? Unless you leave on some fuck you type shit, and that's what that is. So
yeah.
And it's family, I guess, but like you gotta get. I mean, sometimes if you're doing things that inconvenience other people, but they're better for you, you have to do it. But let someone know.
I think there's
sorry. Say what you're doing.
Yes, I think I'm right there with you. I think I'm still rooting for her. Like I want her to end her career and be happy, but I also think that like it's okay to be professional about it and like send a text to your teammates. Send a text and be like, "Hey, like love you guys," or you don't even have to say love you guys. Just like, "Hey, sorry this didn't work out. Good luck." Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like there's a way to handle that, I think.
Wait, that's so crazy. I saw a tweet. What? Or no, it's like a poet said it or something. I don't know. It's a sick quote for like being booed. It says, "I don't care that you boo me. I've seen what you cheer for." Just like, I mean, not in this instance, but it's if you're ever booed, that's a good Instagram caption idea for you next time you get booed.
Well, I need it because I get booed all the time. But I think it's kind of fun because I think there's two different types of players though that like some people can take a boo and other players kind of like me, which like fans are dumb, but that like shit hypes me up. Like I'm all for that. Like if you give me that energy, then I'm on some like fuck you energy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I used to say that when we played again. Not, I'm gonna say this all the time because I feel like if I'm talking about college sports when you play in the WNBA, it's like lame of me. But just like
no, it's not.
tell me that's okay. No, whenever we got booed, it's more endearing than being cheered at your own stadium. It feels so good, and you can do like I used to do one of these. Oh, so tight. It's just loud, and it's like people are so angry for no reason.
Yeah, I know. But like that's what makes sports so good too. Is like just the competitiveness and like people hating each other, but also like the sport is bringing everyone together. Like I don't know. I just love that.
My mom at any stadium when the home team booed the away team, she would always go, "Guys, stop booing." just the purest woman. She was like, "Guys, we don't need to boo them." Oh, or if like if a kicker like missed a game-winning field goal or something, the first thing she would always say is like, "I just feel so bad for his mom," and I was like, "You got to get some dog in you." And then the more she was around my dad and I, she got the like football grit. She like learned it, but she's always gonna be a cute little softie, you know?
Yeah. See, I think that is so funny because I feel like it's vice versa in my household. I think our dad is more like super competitive and like, but like more like the lovey-dovey of like, oh, like, and our mom's like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's her.
Yeah,
I definitely.
but she's been like that's like been who she is forever, Miss Paula.
Oh yeah, she's a firecracker.
Yeah, that it like checks out fully. My dad used to have to in high school. My mom would make him sit on the away side of Rockbridge's stadium because he would like hit it so like emotional and like energetic if I was like doing shitty or like if we like whatever, or if there were bad call. Like, so she didn't want to be by him, so my dad would go sit on the other side, and I think she was like embarrassed that he was so emotional. Yeah. No, every game my whole family would be up here, and then my dad would be like in the corner, just like locked in.
I'm laughing because one, I've seen that, and two, our family is the same exact way. Like, and it's not just like family and dad. Like our mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, like they're all spread out. None of them can like sit next to each other during a game because they all stress each other out. I think it's so funny.
It's
I love
good. He's even like that way. Do you know he leaves? I used to think that he left Chiefs games early to, you know how, like, it's like such a dad thing to like want to like beat traffic. To like,
What even is beating traffic? I don't think we've ever beat traffic, but you hear it all the time.
He left because if the Chiefs lost, he didn't want to be in the stadium when other fans were also sad and angry. So he was like beating the bad energy out of the stadium. And when the Chiefs beat the Bills in the playoffs in 2013, he left early because he thought we lost, and he kissed me on the back of the head and he left. And then it was like the best comeback in the history of Chiefs playoffs. It's crazy.
Oh, Bruce.
Speaking of, actually, we are right around the corner. You probably don't even think about football season kicking off, but I'm like, oh, if I can just, once I get through August, a lot of Hamptons, a lot of traveling, a lot of whatever, as soon as we, like, the light at the end of the tunnel to me is football season, and it's so close. And it's so...
Dude, that is actually crazy that you say that, because I can't even think about anything else until our season's over. But like, yeah. I know, like, aren't they in like spring training camp? Spring camp?
Oh,
not spring.
Not spring. Fall
Summer camp
right now. So like
fall.
Official camp started
that sounded
last week. It's okay. That's fun. You're thinking of spring ball, which is what colleges do in the spring. You'd get like 15 practices in the spring before everyone goes home. So you're not like off. It's just August. So
yeah, that's the thing, is I don't even know what day it is. So you're trying to tell me the difference between fall and spring right now? There's no way.
Can you do fantasy? Like, do people do fantasy football and shit like in your teammates? I don't. I think it's the worst thing ever. But I just feel like so many people do it now.
Well, I just can't. I can't keep up with it. Like that's a lot. I know a lot of people actually. Yeah, even like I mean, we're always doing something. Like my off season's busier than my in season sometimes, but like I just can't keep up with it. But I know like everyone does it, and there's like prizes and stuff. You win money and stuff like that.
I think it's ruined dudes' personalities, to be totally honest. One, I think it's lame in general, but you can't go to a bar. It's made guys think that like that football is about them, and I find it to be the cringiest, like lamest shit ever. And you can't go to a bar anywhere without some dude telling his boys or like telling a girl that like this guy's on his fantasy team, which is the cuckiest thing I've ever heard in my life, but also B, it just is like, you don't, like, it's so weird. And fantasy football is not even real. It's like, it drives me bananas. And every fall, I'm like, ugh.
I know, but dude, that was funny.
Sorry.
That base. So what I was about to say though, the only thing that I actually do like about fantasy football though is like the losers. The stuff that the losers have to do is an all-time classic to me. Like I could watch that.
You know what? What a great silver lining, Sophie. That's actually beautiful.
I love that stuff though. I do.
Do you know the Waffle House challenge? Do you know what that is?
No, but dude, Waffle House sounds so good right now. Oh,
I wish. Wait. Oh my God, look.
What?
This is my keychain. Hold on. What, focus? I probably won't. It's the Waffle House menu. I don't know if it'll focus. Is there any way to get it to focus?
You're so white trash. That is
pretty. Yeah, I know. Fuck. Let me try one time to get it to focus. It's not gonna, is it? Damn it. Sometimes when I point my hand, it works, but yeah, it's the whole menu. I used to get the sausage jacket egg and cheese wrap, and then they discontinued it.
Wait, but they have a melt. They have
now I do
Texas melt.
Texas bacon patty melt, and then I add egg to it, and then half.
Oh, see, I don't add the egg.
Diced. Well, it's Waffle House, so you're gonna have to like get breakfast.
Well, no, I do that, but I also do a chocolate chip pancake.
No, you don't.
Waffle. I do a waffle.
Yeah. That, and then sometimes just if the sun's out, I'll do like a little coffee. But if it's like 4 a.m.
Dude, the thing about Waffle House though, you can never look at the silverware or the plates.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But there's something so beautiful about at Waffle House how they like it's like the cheapest form of a napkin humanly possible, and they like arrange it so that it's all like forward on your table when it's just like, and it's like touching the table and everything, and it's obviously like,
dude,
not sanitary, but they're making it like look cute, and I find that to be poetic.
It is poetic, and you know what else is poetic? Is that my dad, goes there every morning. He works right by it, and I'm like, you're gonna die of a heart attack. Please stop.
Wait, does he get?
They know by name. Breakfast? He goes every morning.
If your dad was running on like 0 hours of sleep and he was like kind of hallucinating, I bet my ghost would walk by him. To be totally honest,
smack him right in the face.
Get to work. Wait, that's lovely. Oh,
that's all right.
I missed that. I don't even know how we got on Waffle House. I was going to tell you the Waffle House thing. I think Thomas had to do this. You had to sit in a Waffle House for 24 hours. And for every waffle you eat, an hour gets subtracted.
Wait, was this his punishment for fantasy football?
Yes. So then you like, I try to wonder like where the threshold meets. Like I feel like, so if you eat, I can start out of the gate and eat like probably 4. So then you're 20 hours, and then you wait, I don't know, like, another 2 hours, and then try to crush 4 more, and then you're at 6.
But what's the problem of sleeping? Other people sleep at Waffle House all the time. Why don't you just hang on the booth?
Nah,
I get a little sleep. I mean, I know, but there's always someone slumped up in there.
There is. God, can we film there an episode?
Yeah,
that's my dream.
See, now we're talking.
We're gonna film a Waffle House episode while wearing Skims. That's how we're
with our face up while eating chocolate chip waffles.
Snatched jawlines.
Snatched waist. I'm for it.
We kind of crushed. I keep thinking, I'm like, I guess we talked about dildos for like half of this episode, but
yeah, we did.
That was lovely. Hell yeah. Wait, this is so much easier than an intro episode, don't you feel like?
Yeah.
It's just like we just talked about this week. No. I just mean it's easy when it's not like, hey guys, here's this big thing, and we're just kind of like just talking about bullshit, you know?
Yeah. No, the weekly ones will be a lot easier just because we just have to talk about 7 days instead of 20
and stop throwing dildos.
Years of our lives.
PSA.
I'm so confused why you tripped on one in your apartment.
Ooh, and episode. If actually, dude, we're at the end. We're at time. Yeah, we're 10 minutes over.
All right, FaceTime me.
I got you.